Alrighty, let's talk about radius versus diameters. So we're entering our circles unit. You need to know the difference between a radius and a diameter, as well as finding radii and diameters. So radius is a segment that has one endpoint at the center of a circle, and we usually call this center something. It's usually O. Okay, so this is circle O because it has a center O, and a radius has one endpoint at the center and then one endpoint on the circle. We can call that K. Line segment OK is a radius. We measure radii. Okay, radii is the plural word for a radius, in any measurement that it may be, centimeters, meters, feet, etc. The next one I want to look at is a diameter. These are things you have seen before as well. It has to go through the center of a circle. Okay, let's call it again center O. And we'll call it K and L. So line segment KL is a diameter because it contains the center, O, and it also has both endpoints on the circle. It is always the case that two radii make up a diameter. So we can find the radius and the diameter of each circle. You ask yourself from the picture, okay, this goes from the center to one endpoint, so that must be the radius. It has a length of 5 millimeters. The diameter would have to be double that, so this would be 10 millimeters. This line segment here goes from one side of the circle to the other side of the circle. Both endpoints are on the circle. That was not the case in the previous image. Therefore, that is a diameter. So this diameter has a length of 12 centimeters. Notice how I use units every single time. The radius would have to be half of that. So this would be 6 centimeters. Now would be a good time to pause this video, make sure that you can fill in these answers, and then unpause it when you're ready to check your work. Okay, in the first problem, the 9 meters is the radius because it has one endpoint on the circle and one endpoint on the circle, on the center, which would make the diameter double that, so 18 meters. In the last problem, both endpoints are on the circle and it goes through the center, so that's a diameter, so that's 16 kilometers, which means the radius would be half of that, which would make it 8. And that's it for today.